sometimes you do a song and even the media itself tells you that you should go slow on this, you shouldn't say that. And most of my music that doesn't go on air, I never regret, because if you don't want to play it because I said something to the politicians, so be it. But I keep saying it.
We cherish freedom, and I guess that's why we have this important platform here today. I'm actually a documentary producer with Ketebu Music, and the latest project we have done is called the Songs of Kenya Songs of Social and Political Protest. And amongst the places where we got a lot of inspiration from was America. Bob Dylan and Peter Seeger and all these people have provided inspiration to millions of people around the world. So I guess that's America's gift to the world, and that's why we're very, very delighted to be here to also tell you about our struggles and how we have overcome those struggles, particularly through music.
Sometimes when things change, the more they remain the same. So people go to the polls with a lot of hope. They vote in new leaders, but actually, regardless of who is in power, the living expenses keep soaring high, like there's no change. And that's how we manage to express ourselves through our music, trying to tell whoever is responsible, both the politicians and also the people who vote, like where things are wrong. We just try to highlight the problem.
I think the role of the musicians and the role of the artists is to, as Joseck said, to keep people on their toes. And the social-political struggle is the biggest struggle that we face today, just as we did 50 years ago. And I think the musician plays a massive role, because people listen to that song in 3 minutes and they can take away from that song what they would a speech of 1 hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
One of the biggest struggles that I see in Kenya or in Africa is struggling with ourselves. You know, we tend to blame the politicians or the political system or the system, but I'm one of those guys who is looking at it differently, because we are struggling with greed, we are struggling with selfishness, we are struggling corruptly, individually. And that's the very reason why we've kept the same system there without change. It's not the system that is keeping us, we are keeping the system. Unapenda siri, vitu vyako siri siri. Unakwenda chini, kila mara chini chini. Unapenda kona, tabia yako kona kona.
One of the Kenyan artists who's here at the Smithsonian Festival, it's Eric Wainaina. He did the song Inchi ya Kitu Kidogo, which means, literally it means country of something small. It was a very powerful song in the sense that it made you realize that because of corruption in the system, and I think Makadem's song also talks about that in a very powerful way. Because of corruption in the system, then you lack facilities at government hospitals. People die at government hospitals. You can't get services at government offices, and so on. And the whole system just collapses because of corruption. It might not be written anywhere that you can't play a song that talks about corruption or urges the people to be more conscious as they go out and vote, but you're just fearful of the consequences. So in the minds of journalists and a lot of people in radio and television is what if, what if someone hears the song. So a lot of those factors make the environment for journalists really, really difficult. I'm not saying it's right to carry out self-censorship, as is the case in many instances, but again, I can understand why people would be fearful of putting out certain messages. I'm afraid we've made lots of strides, but a lot of those challenges still remain for millions of Kenyans today.
Art is really struggling in Kenya. Art is better in Congo, in Senegal, in South Africa, but in Kenya musically, is a big struggle. No wonder even those songs perhaps are not even making sense anymore. But we're keeping it, we're telling them, we're hitting them hard in the music. Sawa, sawa.
Asanteni sana. Thank you everybody.